Let's take a quick look today at the mono red starter deck known as Dragons Fire. This is the, like I said, mono red, so it's going to come with 3 shocks. Pretty much a staple card, especially in the standard format right now. A whole lot of shocks going on, so you get 3 of those. 3 Goblin Instigators. When he enters the battlefield, creates a 1/1 red goblin token. 3 Kargan Dragonriders, a situational flyer, so if you control a dragon, Kargan Dragonrider has flying, and it's otherwise a 2-casting 2/2. Not terrible. Sure Strike is an instant spell. Target creature gets +3/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Situational removal / game ender if something's flying through. Viashino Pyromancer, my favorite Viashino wizard. When he enters the battlefield, deals 2 damage to target player or planeswalker. Hilarious when you kill somebody's planeswalker with a Pyromancer. Onakke Ogre is just a 3-casting 4/2, doesn't even have menace. It's just a 3-casting 4/2. Pyromantic Pilgrim is a 3-casting 3/1 with haste. This isn't a bad another wizard to play, but you can, a lot of times you can get through with him if your opponent's looking to block something else, or you can sneak through with something else if they block him. Spit Flame deals 4 damage to a creature. Whenever a dragon enters the battlefield under your control, you can pay 1 red. If you do, return Spit Flame from your graveyard to your hand. That gets expensive. I've tried to make this work in other ways. That's a pretty expensive card. Havoc Devils is a 4/3 with trample. That's actually pretty cool. You get 3 of those. You get 2 Charging Monstrosaurs. This on its own can win you some games. The Charging Monstrosaur. It's a 5/5 with trample and haste. On the 5th turn, bang, you're banging it out. Turn them sideways and just watch them go. This is a pretty cool card. You get 2 of those. 1 Demanding Dragon, one of my favorite new dragons. I love this guy because they sacrifice a creature, and if they have something that's indestructible or hexproof or otherwise difficult to get rid of, Demanding Dragon will do it, and they'll just sacrifice it. Not immune to that. Sparktongue Dragons are an expensive 3/3. And when they enter the battlefield, you can pay 3 more, and if you do, it deals 3 damage to any target. So it's effectively an 8-casting 3/3 flying that does 3 damage. That is ridiculously expensive. I've never seen the payoff with these guys, but we'll see. Burning Sun's Avatar, this guy's cool. Deals 3 damage to target opponent or planeswalker, and 3 damage to up to 1 creature for 6. So it's a 6-casting 6/6. It's pretty nice. I think we'll get 1 of those. Fiery Finish. There's a better direct damage spell out there that can't be countered or prevented, but 6 for 7 is not. This isn't great. It is what it is. It's an expensive direct damage spell. Lathliss, the Dragon Queen. This will win you some games. Whenever another non-token dragon enters the battlefield, create a token, and then all your dragons get +1/+0, including Lathliss. So if you get her out on turn 6, most of the times that's the game. People just tend to quit when they see her, unless they have some hardcore removal. But she can't be casted down due to her being legendary. She can be murdered. And even if she's got the enchantments from white, like Luminous Bonds, for example, you can still use that ability to give all your dragons +1/+0. So it's still kind of useful, even if they do soft removal. And then a Volcanic Dragon, which is a 6-casting 4/4 flying and haste. That's like a really, really expensive dragon for 6, and only a 4/4, but it does have haste, so that's kind of cool. And a Meteor Golem, just like in every other starter deck, and along with 25 mountains. Now these are kind of land heavy, I think, these starter decks, but that's mostly to avoid new players not having enough mana to do anything. So let's see how it plays. Today is a pretty good day because I also have the quest to cast 20 blue or red spells. Now for me, I'm a free-to-play player, so I don't I do all of my quests all the time. I go for these, but I don't think this means create a blue and red deck and hope. For me, I just play the red deck or the blue deck, whichever one. The blue starter deck isn't very good, so I'm going for the red deck, which is Dragons Fire. So we don't have to win, we just have to cast red spells. Here we go. I will try and get some wins with this thing, just to show you how it plays out and what you can hope for. Again, just with having so many big beefy dragons, a lot of times those win the game for me. But we'll see what actually ends up happening here. Oh, and this isn't a terrible situation. We got a 2-casting Goblin and then a 4-casting Havoc Devils, and by that turn, I'm on the play. So, you know, I might draw into a mountain and be able to drop my Havoc Devils on turn 4, depending on what our opponent does here. Conjurer, we might be in okay shape. Oh, he's got Lava Runners. Another great little wizard. If ever there's a wizard that sneaks up on people, it's a Lava Runner. Especially if he's running Flame of Keld in this deck. This could be something that gets out of hand pretty quickly. Is it like Boros? Like a budget Boros deck with Lava Runners? Well, no, I'm not blocking. There's the shock, yeah. So get 2 Lava Runner is going to get +1/+0 in haste as soon as he plays another instant or sorcery spell. And I've got no turn 3 play. But I'm going to swing back in for 1. That's how this game's going to go. I got a couple of fiery finishes. Man, how upset would he be if this is what wins the game for me? I haven't seen this deck composition yet, so this is confusing. Silverbeak Griffins and get 2 Lava Runners. And a Leonin Vanguard. I really have no idea what's going on right now. Okay, there's a Lightning Strike, and now he's got a 2/2 with haste, a 2/2, and a 2/2. Okay, well I'm going to take all that damage because blocking doesn't do much for me right now. May as well attack. He's not blocking with that Vanguard, because it's not going to do anything. He's going to gain that life back next turn. But this way he doesn't get 2 out of hand. Heroic Reinforcements. Everybody gets +1/+1, right? Isn't that what this does? Yeah. Alright, so I'm at a tasty 1 health. This is a quick game. Oh, yeah. Pro tip, these big beefy dragons are very slow. So this deck will be highly susceptible to aggro. Good thing there's lots of aggro being played right now. It's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Alright, well let's give them the satisfaction here. Go for it. So the game ends. Oh, it used to let everybody else attack. Oh, that's new. Alright. So now I guess the game ends right when health reaches 0. It used to be much more satisfying to see how big that negative number could get. And as you can see, I cast a whopping 3 red spells that game. Let's keep it going. See if we can't get a win. In my review of the mono blue deck, I got 1 win against an opponent who simply played a forest, and that was kind of an easy win. And while we wait, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that thumbs up button. It helps me out. It's not going to spam you or anything, it just helps me out with the ratings. Got a Sure Strike, Goblin Instigator, a couple of good plays early, and Havoc Devils again. My Havoc Devils will surely get removed. I don't count on them lasting. Nobody cares much about Goblin Instigators, they just die. Although I would like to explore the idea of a Goblin synergy deck, like with Goblin Trash Masters, Chain Whirlers, Instigators, the other Goblin dude who's a mentor and makes another Goblin when he attacks. I think that'd be kind of interesting, especially with I think it's Trash Master. It gives all Goblins +1/+1, and then a whole bunch of burn. So it's like just burn Goblins, maybe a Gutter Snipe or 4. But that's not what we're playing here. This is the mono red deck with Dragon's Fury? I don't know, I forget what it's called. Are we doing Merfolk synergy here? I think we are. So let's try and combat juke him, because I don't like how big that speaker is. He's not going to block either because he knows better. He says, what are you up to with your 1/1s? I wouldn't block either. I would just take the 2. It's not worth the risk. Yeah, see that? He's going to block. Oh, there he goes. Nope, he's decided not to block because he thinks I have a sure strike or a shock. Very common to have some direct damage, and then he can pick it off after the damage goes through the first time. And him having a 3/3 at this turn is it's going to hurt. Although I can give my Havoc Devils Sure Strike, and they would become a 7/3 with Trample that turn and First Strike. So whatever they hit, they won't die against, and then they'll roll right over and do the rest of the damage to him. C9 Taco. Here comes a Mistbinder. Yep. So now his other merfolk also get +1/+1. But the good thing about this Mistbinder is this is not an attacker or a blocker. There's no way he's blocking with his Mistbinder. So I'm going to play this card. I'm going to attack first, so that way I can juke, do a little combat juke with Sure Strike. For some inexplicable reason, if he blocks, what is he doing? Okay, well, I'm going to kill it. Never mind, I stand corrected. He's going to lose his dude, and then I'm going to play my Dragon Rider. And there's no... I wish this deck had dragon eggs or something else that was like a cheaper dragon that you could cast for the Dragon Rider, because that would be kind of a powerful combo. It just doesn't exist. You gotta wait till turn 6 before you can ever think about getting a dragon out there. And now he's realizing that's why you don't block with your Mistbinders. Oh, maybe he's got mana problems. Look at this, he's only got 3 lands out there. Or possibly he's decided against continuing with this game. Nope, there he goes. And so what happened right there was one of the conditions of the Silvergill Adept is to reveal a merfolk. So the merfolk he revealed was the River Sneak. And then he gets to draw a card, and that's where the land came from also, by him drawing that card. And no, we're not going to block, we're just going to take it all. And Silvergill's a pretty good blocker, because nobody really cares what happens to them. So, I feel like we should save the Kargan Dragonrider, and only attack with our 2 chumps. And he's not going to block because I'm lower in health than he is, so he's going to think that he can take 2 and still be okay, and he probably can. That River Sneak's going to be a problem. This River Sneak up here, it's unblockable. And when another merfolk comes into play, River Sneak gains +1/+1. Now let's see what he does. I may have to block his speaker with my Havoc Devils. I can only hit him for 8. Put him at 7. He can hit me for 6, and that'll be a 5. So I'm gonna have to start thinking about blocking here. This very turn, like now, like you'll see. Here it comes. Yep. Well, I'm gonna chump block with my Dragon Rider because he can die. And this way, if he saved like a dive down or something, or some sort of other protection spell for his community speaker, I'm not at risk of losing my Havoc Devils. There we go. Create another merfolk. So this is a bit of a misplay. He definitely should have waited till next turn to play that, to pump the River Sneak to attack me. But it is what it is. Say hi. Alright. throw the Havoc Devils at him, see what he does. What am I going to get hit for? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Oh man, I'm going to die. That's what's going to happen. Alright, let's see what happens with these Havoc Devils. If it was me, I would take the damage from the Havoc Devils and then just attack on the crackback and see what happened. But some people do things that don't always make sense. Yeah, that's how I would play it. And then I would just throw everything at me. I mean, you got 2 1s, 2 2s, 1 1s. I would have saved the Mistbinder for sure. Would not have used this as a blocker. How powerful would that be right now? Against this deck, man, toast. Another forest is down. He's got 6 mana. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So, let's nuke the token. Let's nuke the adept. Let's kill the pioneer. So something's gonna die, right? He can't give all of his creatures a buff with blue and green. He can give one of them. Either way, I'm still dead. I'm gonna take 5. I'll be at 6. He's got an unblockable sneak. Sneak into the River Herald's Boon. I would not have chosen that move, but I would have won already. Okay, so this is a loss. Alright, let's just attack again, although we don't have to. He's dispersed my Havoc Devils. Curses. Let's do that guy. There we go. So we've lost 2 in a row with our mono red deck. Not doing so great. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Remember, we're not necessarily trying to win. Dragon's Fire. I think I called it Dragon's Fury earlier. I meant Dragon's Fire. And we're still 11 spells away from our quest, so it's also slow going in terms of spells. I might look at putting some like lightning strikes in this deck or something, and more direct damage to kind of thin out the creatures while you're waiting to ramp up for your dragons. Really what I would do is just play through your quests, use these welcome decks for a couple of days, and then just delete them when you start getting the 2-color decks that they hand you. Those are a little bit better. They play a little bit more logically, I guess is how you'd say that, where this is a pretty good hand too. Cool. I've got a 2, 3, and a 4 curve. I may not have 4 mana on turn 4 with the Havoc Devils, but let's see what happens. I like having Dragon Riders on turn 2, unless he's playing red and can do some cooking right away. Okay, cool. I'm like, alright, this is good. He's doing Golgari, doing a Golgari thing where he's going to be like red-black destruction. He's going to play like a Druid of the Highland game. You don't see this main deck too often. Okay. So, let's see what he does. That Highland game's going to kill either one of my attackers. So should he block, I got no choice but to lose somebody. They're just so susceptible to getting blocked down by anything. Maybe we'll be able to squeeze out a win with Lathliss or something. I don't see any blacks. That's encouraging. Maybe this is like a mono green version of Stompy. Although if he's got a Galta, there's nothing in this deck that's going to compete with Galta. I'm hoping he blocks a Druid of the Cowl. It's a much more powerful card than an attacker or blocker. Rats. What's he thinking about? He must be thinking about whether or not he wants to use that Druid of the Cowl to... Well, okay, he's He's going to go that route. No, I'm not blocking. I will happily take 4, and I'm going to trade 4 for 7 at this point. And he's going to realize that he needs to save his Druid of the Cowl as a blocker. And then I'm going to play my Charging Monstrosaur soon, and hopefully be able to win the game with this setup. Pretty good example of a little victory here. But remember, I've still got to play some cards to get my quest done. So I've played 1, 2, 3. I've only played 4 red cards again this game. So he played Verdant Rebirth simply to draw the card, right? And I think he said good game, meaning I don't know how I'm going to win this game, and that's too much trample for him to overcome, I think. Yeah. So there's the Monstrosaur victory. A 5 casting 5/5 trample haste. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And it's an uncommon, but isolate is a rare. Okay. I'm gonna play through this until I get my quest done for the day. I guess it's just an example of showing some of you guys who might be new to the game or also on a free-to-play account how I go about it. This is not a good starting hand. I don't like this at all. I like the land I've got, but I don't have any plays. I'm going to take a mulligan. A little bit better. A little bit better. And I go first, so I'm glad I mulligan, because now I've got at least the Goblin Instigator or a Dragonrider, whichever I think might be more scary. I like the land there. Neat artwork. There was a recent update, and anytime they do the update, sometimes you notice a few things with the UI that are a little different. In the last update, they changed to where if you only have one card and you've got a discard, you don't have to select that one card anymore. It's kind of nice. So there's my Instigator, who creates another 1/1 Goblin, which is neat, because goblins are... well, they are what they are. They're just little goblins. Alright, question of etiquette. Do I attack and combat Juke with Sure Strike and kill his Druid of the Cowl? I think I do. I don't think I want him having that Druid of the Cowl this early. I think that's exactly what I'm supposed to do here. 2 attackers. Very much so. Go ahead and block one. Totally fine with me. He might not keep that. See, he knows. Yeah, he knows. Darn it. I'll drop the Ogre. Man, almost had him. So now we can start dropping, yeah, Gore Claws. Terrific. Alright, we'll hit him with everything. 3 attackers, and then we'll Sure Strike whatever he blocks to kill the Gore Claw. Or not. Okay. We'll save the Dragonrider as a blocker. This Sure Strike doesn't require my creature to be attacking, so I can make it a 5/2 with first strike. Lovely. That's fantastic. Love that. We are dead. There's nothing we have in this deck that can compete with a Galta. Well, let's just get after him here. He's going to block the Ogre with Galta. Oh, he might not block at all. 4, 6, 7, 8, there he goes. That's the right move. He's not lifelinking. So I can hit him for 7 right now if he goes all out and attacks. Although he's going to Rabid Bite or... oh boy. Or Gaspark Twins. Gaspark Twins can block 2 creatures. How awesome is that? And this is game. I've way lost this game. All right. Oh, okay. There's nothing I can do. Let's play it out, though. Let's just watch him block down 2 of my guys. This is going to be fascinating. There he goes. That's so cool. I don't get to draw a card with this. Man. So he blocked me down perfectly this whole game, put himself in a position to win, and now that he's got trample with all of his big boys, I'm cooked. Nice. And now Goreclaw is going to give everybody trample also. That's a thing of beauty. No, I'm not going to block. Actually, yeah, let's block Galta and the Gaspark twins. We did something today, goblins. Oh goodness. There's negative 28. That's exciting. Cool. By cool, I mean not cool. One more red spell. Here we go. 4 games in. So what's the win rate for this deck? Like 1 and 4. It's just slow. And everybody's playing aggro right now. It's just a slow deck that takes so long to develop. There's no card draw. I mean, there's not a lot of options. You either get your beef out there and you can win the game, or, oh boy. Oh, this could be stupid. I got my Demanding Dragon, Burning Sun's Avatar, a Monstrosaur, a Pilgrim, a Rider. So I've got some 2-drops here. I'm going to do something potentially silly, but I know there's 25 lands in this deck, so I will draw into a land in the first 3 turns. Oh, it's not going to matter. Hopefully I get one. There we go. So I got my second land. Now I can take a little bit more time with the game. And I can use my shock on his Ajani's Pridemate that's about to come. Okay, another Ajani's Welcome. This is going to be an interesting game. So he's got 2 Ajani's Welcomes. He gains 2 life every time a creature comes into play, every time he casts a creature. Well, that it comes into play. He doesn't have to cast it, does he? Nope, enters the battlefield. So we can bring him back from the graveyard, stuff like that. Okay, there's the Mentor of the Meek. That's great. Because now I know what to cast my shock on. Cool. And that does slow me down for a turn, though, so I've got to cast Pilgrim the next land I get, and then the land after that I can start doing. Oh boy. I have a bad feeling that this Mentor was bait. And now I no longer have the direct damage. I can't do 4 damage in this deck. Well, I've got my quest done for the day, so I don't need to worry so much about victory. And he's got a really tough Pridemate right there. I wonder why he used Knight's Pledge on the Pridemate, though. Pridemates will get plenty big on their own. You save this for another creature, and it's always better to have 2 threats. That was only my 3rd mana? Okay. Here we go for a game. If he doesn't attack, and he delays this game, actually, well, okay. Here we go. He really needs to attack. There he goes. And I'm not blocking. There's no point. See, I would have saved the Knight's Pledge for the War Leader. Make it a 6/6. Now, if I gang block, I'd have to gang block with everything to kill it. Otherwise, I'm just going to gang block with my 2 Dragon Riders. Try and kill it. There you go. Okay, so we saved one. Alright. Boy, okay. Lovely. 11/11. And he's gaining life this whole time too. This is actually later on when you get the, I think it's like Eternal Thirst, the white-black deck. You actually get Pridemates, War Leaders, and you get another, or Pridemates, Vanguards and War Leaders. And all in all, even like right now in my collection, I've got 4 Pridemates, 4 Vanguards, and 3 War Leaders that were just given to me. So I could build a similar deck to this one and do pretty well. Like, I think this is the deck, at least for new players, that gives you the best chance to win. It is not Dragon's Fire. In no way is it Dragon's Fire. In fact, in these past, what, like 4 games, 3-4 games we played, not a single dragon has hit the battlefield. It's just hard to play them. There's no ramp, there's nothing that helps us cast them, and games don't last long enough for us to get there. But we did our quest. Yay! And we're at 5,200 gold, 31,000 more, and I will open a box. So thanks for sticking with me for this quick review of Dragon's Fire. And you know, if you've got a quest to play Dragon's Fire, it's going to be slow going. It's just a hard deck to play. So good luck, and thanks for watching.